video, another episode of Everybody Hates Black Men. I'm your host, Edward Anderson. This is actually going to be a quick one, so shout out to the replay gang. I want to say this, man. One thing, and shout out to Marty as well, because he's seen this. One thing that I want to make a public service announcement. If you are a female, regardless of race, black female, white female, Asian female, Indian female, whatever. I know Indian is Asian, but you get what I'm saying. Latin female. And you are complaining about men, but the reality is you're really complaining about white men. Just know, if you cover for white men, I'm not just gonna say I don't care about what you're talking about. I'm gonna go as far as to say you deserve it. I'm gonna tell you something. It's gonna sound kind of crazy, but just hear me out. I'm the type of dude that if you should treat, basically is this: if you invite white men to treat you like you ain't shit, then I'm not about to sit here and say they bad for treating you like you ain't shit, like treating you like you shit. For example, take Candace Owens for example. Candace Owens had a situation that actually got the police involved when she was like in high school or younger, because that's how much a white dude was like stalking her, really bullying. It was really, really bad. And I don't care about who she got married for, but when you think about how Candace Owens has covered and swallowed so much white bullshit, and the one time she said something that delineates from these people, they just throw her out like a piece of trash, and she's had to kind of find her way back with another audience, or different, kind of the same audience but different. And then you find out she's hanging out with people like Charlie Kirk and the crazy stuff he was saying. And by the way, you all is trying to say that it was just clips taken out of context. If y'all, this is how we know you're lying. If that was really true, you all would play the clips in full context. If you're saying that we're just playing, if people are just playing like 15, 20, 30 seconds of what's being said, then you would just put the full 5 minutes. You could put up to 30 minutes on TikTok. You would put the full 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then you would timestamp it. It's not hard. And I haven't seen anybody do that, because that's a cop-out, by the way. So anyway, back to the regular programming. But you have people like somebody was sending me videos, and this is why I don't do this. This is why I always have I don't like to put stuff on my main TikTok accounts, because what happens is when I get into certain algorithms, I can't get out. So I'm in the color girls crying about white boys, but they don't want to say white boys algorithm, whether it's Indian, and it's really everybody but black women, by the way. So they have their own little section because it's that big, and they all think they're different, but they all have the same MO. And I grew up around white people, but somehow they always want to make black men the face of their complaints, because they don't want to throw away the possibility of dating a white guy. They don't want to be seen as anti-white dude. So what they do is a lot of them try to either, at best, they're going to be very, very ambiguous on who they're talking about. So they'll say all men, even though we know they don't date all men. It's certain chicks, they not dealing with black dudes like that. But or they'll just really cover it up if they're really scared, and they'll say black men. What happens is you'll have a lot of black females that'll buy into this, because in their mind this is validating, what their beliefs are. And this is validating the delusion that nobody wants black men, including black women, because black women have a self-hatred problem. My thing is this: if you cover for, and I say this starts really with white women. I don't care what white men do. If you cover for white men, I don't care, because you co-sign it by covering for it. Like when the Man versus Bear thing happened, that was white women kind of trying to put white men on notice. And the reality of the situation is it doesn't matter, because you all co-sign that activity. You all don't, you're not really making it so your son, like we're not even just talking about what people do to women. We're talking about what people do to children. That y'all cover for that. I mean, somebody needs to say it. As a group, you all cover for it. And so y'all cover for it, but y'all think, and then not only do you cover for it, you all try to make black men in particular the face of all this stuff. Or you just don't talk about it when all the stats point one way. And so what I'm dealing, but we already know that with white women, and we already know why white women do it, because their power is tethered to white men. So that I can understand. But when you look at these women of these other races, especially when the history's out there, but they just for colonialization or whatever. But I have never seen more people giving up white boys. This is why white boys always act like, you know, they don't understand why people are always jumping on them. It's because white boys are like Drake. Nobody's been given more passes. So a lot of this white anger with a lot of people it be sexual frustration. A lot of Indian, like women that are not, and I'm not talking particularly Indian at this point, because I've seen this with all the races. A lot of non-black, non-white people, women in particular, they have this anger because they want white men, but they want to be treated like a white woman, and you know white men are not doing that overall. And they get this rage because on the one hand, they're not gonna not deal with it, right? But on the other hand, they just have no leverage, and it is so frustrating. So what a lot of these women have learned to do, because they're not gonna say nothing to Joey or Mr. Cartwright, as you know, Cartwright, they take their ass on social media and they let it go on social media. And they don't want to be caught that that's what they're doing. So, like I said, they'll be ambiguous, or at best, they'll blame black men at worst. And they always have the same shit to say. White men treat me better. Or this, and that third. As if anybody's telling you to date. Everybody's telling you not to date black men. So I know when you date black men, you're skipping over a lot of shit to do it. This is how we know a lot of y'all lying about dating black men. But my point is, I don't give a fuck about what a white boy does. I don't care how fucking heinous it is. If you cover for him, bitch, you deserve it. Like, I'm not about to say I don't care. No, bitch, you deserve it. I will defend a white man's ability to have his way with you if you cover for it. Because the truth is, you all like to use black men. Like, it was a bitch that basically was talking about, you know, and she's not black, talking, you know, was a black chick, I think, in the comment section. But she was talking about, you know, Asian fever. Black men don't have Asian fever. You bitches are built like sticks. If anything, black men, because this is one of them East Asian, you know, fair skin, was not like any of the Hmong or anything like that. The truth is, black men don't really give a fuck about a lot of y'all like that. Because you all are not built how we like them built. You all have boy bodies. Straight like that. Black men need some meat on the bones. At least add something. That's how y'all are built, how the white boys like it. Do not forget that shit. Like, y'all have this thing where sometimes y'all be feeling yourself because the white boys, and she called it Asian fever, she knows she's fetishized. They see you as an object, which is why a lot of times when y'all get with them, they're not, they like, bitch, fuck your culture. I'll deal with what I want to deal with, but the rest of it, no, these kids are being raised white, and then they get frustrated and get on TikTok and start crying, but they never bring it up. And it doesn't matter what race it is, because I see a lot of races doing that. Let me be clear here. Nobody gives a fuck other than other wayward bitches that are like you. Nobody cares. Your men don't give a fuck because you shouldn't be dealing with white boys anyway. White boys don't give a fuck. And black men don't. Nobody gives a fuck. I can't stand this white boy. He doesn't love me. Trauma bonding. He loves me. He loves me not. Trauma bonding shit. Well, what do you care? I care because these hoes, these cowards, love to put black men out there as a way of covering up. They're really complaining about white dudes, but they code it up like they're dealing with black men. Bitch, don't date black men. And if you date black men, then you deserve what the fuck you get.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
Black men ain't begging nobody to deal with them. People forget black men are not a large percentage of the population. We don't need a whole bunch of women. Truth be told, black men would mainly deal with their own women if these bitches weren't so out of pocket. So it be even Hispanics, they be feeling themselves. I'm like, bitch, you ain't shit. The Cardi B types, like you hoes really be thinking y'all all that, you know, black Puerto Rican, like bitch, y'all ain't shit. Like some of these bitches I be seeing, you can see that they lightening their skin. It's like, yo, I'm sorry. If you're modifying your body like that, you're pathetic. I'm just telling you like that. You're pathetic. Like it's crazy to like whitewash shit. The whitewash shit, and then they try to act like, oh, I don't see color. So why are you lightening your skin, bitch? If she's Hispanic, Asian, when I don't see color, so why you got an umbrella in the sun, bitch? What the fuck is that? I got an umbrella. Because, well, it's because of this shit. I need the shade, bitch. It's called hats. You are not wearing it. You do not have an umbrella in the sun because of some fucking shade. If you don't kiss my ass with that bullshit, bitches out here, I want to be fair. You look translucent. You look like one of them fucking demons from vampires from fucking Blade 2 or fucking Mad Max. You dumbasses don't understand. Even white people, there's such a thing as too white. Where do you think pasty comes from?
Construction report.
I've always told you all, their culture goes as far as the nearest white person. Where's the lie at? And then y'all bitch about it. But anyway, I don't mean to pop off like that, but like for real. And it's just like these motherfuckers, they really, the thing about it is, it's the cognitive dissonance that gets on my nerves. Shout out to JB with $10. That's what it really is, this cognitive dissonance that people be giving, like for real. Shout out to Xanatos. He said, man, make sure y'all subscribe to Xanatos. He's been putting out some real interesting content. So make sure y'all check that out. I'm gonna start sharing that for real. He says a lot of white, I mean like a lot of white worshiping Asian women are the worst because their men actually created civilization for them. Nothing. So they don't care. Like they don't care. That's how. And by the way, that's how you know. That's how you. And to be fair, there are like a lot of that is the liberal. A lot of them don't like that authoritarian shit they be getting from the Asians too.
Approaching a railroad.
But a lot of that too is That's how you know that if you rent a race war and you build that's a lie. I'm not saying that men should do that, but when dudes be thinking that's why women act the way they do, nah, that's not true. That's not as true as women like to act like it is. They just like to use that as like a convenient thing to guilt trip you. I mean, I'm not even necessarily against but it's just, my thing is, stop trying to act like it. I'm not even against the interracial dating part. My thing is, stop gaslighting, man. Stop acting like you're not. First of all, my thing is, why don't you stand on it? Like, if you really think white is better like that, stand on that shit. But the problem is, they don't stand on it, because what happens is, now nobody will care, because they're like, you know what you're doing, it is what it is. That's really what it is. Like, I don't really care. You know, y'all be like, well, what? But that's where a lot of, white dudes don't be realizing, that's where a lot of that extra sauce comes from a lot of people. It really be these women that are like angry at you, but they too scared to really say it to your face. So what happens is, you have all this like pent up frustration that kind of comes out, and then white dudes are like, I don't know where this is all coming from, because they ain't just from black people. That's really what it is. A lot of it be that sexual anger and sexual frustration at their inability to deal with them. And I'm like, yo, man, go get you a fucking support group or something. That's what I'm saying. You know, and then they come over here trying to act like, you know, and then what happens is, they try to punch down with the same ideas. Like these white dudes ain't known for just leaving y'all. They don't count it when the white dudes do it, because at the end of the day, they want the white kid. The war bride shit. It's crazy. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to put that out there, because like I said, man, that shit was getting on my fucking nerves, yo. And it's some folks that be keeping it real, but the reality of the situation is, you really got a lot of folks that they be bitching and crying, and they be like, yo, if that's what you want to deal with, fucking deal with that shit. But keep black men out your mouth, man. I can't stand when they try to put black men out there to cover for the white boys. When you cover for them, you co-sign the behavior. But anyway, with that being said, this is Edward signing off. Peace.